Hello.
Hello,
Hello,
can you
how
hear
are
me?
you? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect.
How are you?
I'm good. How
Does
are you?
I'm good as well. Happy Friday.
Nice.
Let me tweak your volume. You talk again?
Hello, hello. Can you hear me? I'm
Yeah, it's pretty good.
speaking.
Pretty good,
Okay.
pretty good. Okay, so are you still gold 2?
Yeah.
Okay. I have your VOD. Um, we can go ahead and jump into it. Do you have anything you want to talk about first, or anything you want to ask, or anything you want to, you know, talk about at all?
I've recently started playing Valorant, so this is my second month or third month, I think, playing Valorant.
Okay.
I'm new to the game. I come from CS:GO. I used to play Rocket League competitively, which is a completely different game and genre.
Mm-hmm. Were you good at Rocket
Um,
League?
Yeah, I used to compete for at like university sorry, I can't speak university level tournaments, and I've reached nationals with that.
Okay. So the reason I ask these kind of questions is because people I've coached in the past also have been very good at other games like League of Legends or Rocket League. I've actually coached someone else who's really good at Rocket League as well. So there's actually
Hmm.
some level of like overlap, because yeah, they're completely different games, but still the way you approach a competitive game, you already have experience in that kind of way, right?
Yeah.
So that's a good thing, and that's probably why you've hit gold after just a couple of months. So just checking to see if we're insta-locking. Very
So,
happy that we are. If very fast insta-lock. Okay. So you like Ascent?
Except smokes.
yeah,
Maybe a
it's one of my
raise mid
favorite maps.
and neon
Me too.
stun.
It's my favorite map. So of
I'll attack.
course, always looking at the buy.
I'll go A.
I think I go sheriff.
Okay. Yeah, Sheriff is completely very good on Jett, especially on certain maps more than others. So I just want to see how he uses the Sheriff here. If it was me, I'd either be peeking A main or I'd be peeking in mid. So, of course,
Yeah.
when you buy the Sheriff, you don't have any other abilities,
Nice, nice.
but that's kind of a trade-off you choose to take. You want the Sheriff.
Yeah.
Does the stream look alright, by the way, for you?
Yeah, it's fine. I can see it.
Okay.
Well,
Okay, so one thing straight away, I've actually coached someone on this before. We activate our dash instantly, right? So you don't need to activate your dash straight away here. Do you know why?
I don't have info. They could be at the other side of the map.
Yeah, right. And if they're at B, you kind of want to have your dash, right? So I'm not saying they're not here, but I'm just saying you could play this a little better. So like if you hear them, then you can activate your dash. I like to come over here as well. This is fine, but I like to come over here a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so a little quick to dash away in my opinion. The reason I say that is because this guy crouches, and in my head, this guy is not going to kill me. Like he could kill you, of course, but he's crouching. He's a very easy target. So I kind of want to take another shot maybe before I dash away. And from that position, you don't really need to dash because you're not like
Two-way main.
you're not super exposed. Like if you were to play over here, then this is where you dash from. That's why I like playing here because that's why people don't expect this, and it makes the dash a lot more useful. You get more value out of it. Whereas here, you're playing an angle where you can just kind of like walk away instead of needing to dash, right?
Mm. Okay.
So
Two-way main.
get more value out of your dash from what we've seen so far. Okay. So here, I would like to probably be careful, cat. I would either ask a teammate to help me cat or rotate cat myself. It seems like we have it.
They're leaving. They're leaving.
Okay.
I'll anchor.
Was it you that said I'll anchor?
Yeah, like I'll just hold A.
Okay, I would like to see you be more of a kind of like a rotator, right? As a Jett player, you want to kind of engage in fights. So maybe you think that you come back to A, which they absolutely could, but we don't really know how this team plays yet. And again, that's something that will change game to game. So, you have to kind of feel out if the enemy team is going to be rotating a lot or if they're just going to come back to A in this type of scenario, right? So after a few rounds, we're gonna be able to figure that out pretty easily, but we don't know yet. So anchoring for now is fine, but if you do this a lot, I would prefer for you to kind of be quicker to rotate. Like instead of sitting in the spot and waiting, I would prefer to see you to rotate sooner. Kind of being ahead of where you think the enemies are gonna go.
One enemy remaining. Spike down mid.
Top mid left, maybe.
Yeah, so at this point, this is fine. Okay, so here I'd be telling my team, don't fight, please. Because this is the type of fights you'll lose. Or this types of rounds you'll lose if they do that. So good round. So it seems like most of them came A last round. They lost, right? And so if I'm the enemy team, I'm personally thinking I want to go either B or mid. Just kind of like off of instinct, right? Whenever you lose at an area on attack, you typically want to try to avoid it. So the reason I'm telling you this is because you can use that information to kind of swap up where you play. So tell me now, do you play A site like this whole half or no?
I think like a good 7 rounds. I do.
Okay. So a majority, but not all of the rounds. So we'll see.
You see
Because the reason I say that is because, again, as a Jett player, you're not an anchor. You're not like a sentinel where you just kind of stay on the site and just hold it down. You really want to be more adaptive. So if you want to play A a lot, you can play between A main and cat. But really, base where you play off of, the base where you want to start the round at, off of how the enemy's playing, right? So don't just have the way that you defend and keep doing that. Like, really ask yourself, like, should I be swapping it up here, or you know, what should I be doing? Pretty much.
the smoke just lands there.
So this is fine, but my guess would be that they're gonna go B. It seems like your team already has a sense for that. They could go A again,
It's
but
fine if you do.
again, don't activate this dash. So yeah, it looks like they're gonna come B. This is where I would actually be rotating on this round. I would just be rotating straight away, especially after Arena dying. I'm expecting right now all the enemies to be B, just off of this one person here, from how they played last round. But doesn't mean that there couldn't be anyone here. So you see, this is why that dash is not good. So do you do that a lot, where you kind of just activate it?
Yeah, I'm very hasty to
Trigger
use it.
happy.
I feel like saving it most of the time I end up not using it. So
Okay.
I'd rather like waste it instead of just dying from not using it.
Okay, that's good, but I think we can get more value out of it. Okay, so like because like again, this is gonna tie into like prediction. So if you really have a strong feeling that they're coming to A, then you can use it. But I feel like here we're not really thinking about where are the enemies, and we kind of just activate the dash. So here I would just hold that angle. Again, you could hold the tight angle, so you don't really need to dash to get out safely. You can just kind of jiggle in and out, and be safe. But here, having a dash for retake would be extremely nice, especially with a marshal or sheriff, just to have an extra chance.
B anyways.
So here, I would like to see some emphasis rotating here. You could actually run out here and fight this, I think. Because again, in my head, I think they're all going to come B.
Sage.
Because why wouldn't they at this point? There might be some weird lurker, but like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I have to
stupid of
check
me.
my corners.
Yeah. No, I don't think that was stupid of you, but like I might have died to that guy as well, to be honest. But I would have probably rotated just a bit sooner. We can go back here. So
We get this wrong or not.
first, don't activate the dash.
That's fine. If you
Pulling
do.
this is fine, but after we see this guy, after he dies, I'm gonna pull my knife out and run up heaven and just run through spawn to go over here. Basically, that's how my gameplay would have differed from yours. In this round, because I want to get to B as quickly as possible. I might also ask, do you guys hear more people B? Because that's gonna really allow you to figure out, should I be rotating right now or should I not? Right, and if they're like, no, there's only just one, then that kind of clues you in as to maybe they're coming to A now or something, right? But at this point, I would be rotating, and you can
I'll go.
see we spend about 15 seconds or so that we could have probably already been like over here holding this, right, and getting kills. And of course, this guy in the corner is just kind of unlucky for you, so not really worried about that. Okay, does that make sense so far?
Yeah.
So we do lose that, unfortunately. That's not a round you typically should lose, but it does happen. So now, how many, oh, let's see what you bought here. Okay, this is actually what I was gonna tell you. So what else do you think I'm gonna tell you that you could buy here?
Maybe armor, light. And another smoke.
I think that we can't buy both, but I would value. What do you think is more important in this scenario, armor or a second smoke?
A
With a
second
shorty.
smoke.
Yeah, 100%. Like, if you want to buy the light armor, that's fine. But again, you might want to think about buying an op in the later rounds. But in this scenario, my perfect buy would be a shorty and a smoke because they really complement each other quite well, and you have the dash for free.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, shorty. Do you use shorty quite often?
Yeah, a lot. Like whenever I op, I always use shorty for.
Okay, very
close
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. A lot of Jett
Can you
players
smoke,
don't do
yeah?
that.
Here.
Okay, this is good.
I'll go
Yeah, I
to-
definitely buy a second smoke here because like the smokes play very well off your shorty, so you can smoke, get a kill, come back, smoke again. You know, people in this rank are pretty easy to kill like that.
They're pushing
Is
man.
that okay?
I wouldn't run back here to be honest.
I'll go to do the one with being.
Like hold the wall in front of me.
I would sit right here, like up against this wall, right? And then whenever you hear them running up, like you hear the neon sprinting, you activate your dash, jump out, kill them easy, and then dash back. It might seem very risky, but again, this is gold. People are not gonna one tap you as soon as they see you. So if you play up here instead of coming back straight away, especially because this is a round where you don't have much to lose at all, you can go for that, and more than likely it'll work.
I think
They're pushing.
Like, yeah, you see that? Do you see the opportunity there?
Mm-hmm.
Because those guys are just gonna run up, and they're probably not thinking, oh, there's probably a Jett sitting here with a shorty, right? They're probably gonna be close enough. This is good too, but I think we could get one kill close and then come back here. Okay.
Okay.
So here now we're coming back even farther. This is not what we want. I think what I would have done
They're
here,
pushing man.
if I didn't play close
okay.
and I played here, I would have smoked the ground in front of me just to, because I mean, you could try to run from the recon dart, but at the end of the day, you're probably not going to get away, and even if you do, you're then going to be in a not very good position to use a shorty. So this is why having two smokes would be so useful as well. So you see the opportunity here. You smoke here, you sit in it. They're probably going to run into you, so you just get a kill or even two, depending on if they're close together or something. You can activate the dash as well, dash back, and if you have a second smoke, you can see the opportunity, the room for opportunity here at the shorty. Just hard carry your team on this round. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So here we come back, we get scanned. So now you're pretty much gonna have like very little opportunity to kill people unless you make really good use of your smoke and your dash. Also, someone might be coming up cat here, so I'd be aware of that.
Blocking sight.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the smoke.
I tried to put
Turbot.
my smoke further to the right, but I just messed up.
Yeah, whenever I see this, like, for me, I want to stay forward here. Like, I want to throw a smoke here or something and just sit in it, because I know they're going to be running into me after I see this flash come out. I know they're going to be coming in, and I know that they're probably just going to commit and try to entry.
Blocking
Whereas here, this is actually okay, but it just, again, like, I would be in the smoke here. Like, you have nothing to lose.
One gen.
Like, we're just a little bit too far back here. We're a little bit too scared, maybe. We're, like, now at this point, it's too late because the door's closed, and now they know you have a shorty. Like, I would have been pushing through this, because, again, you'd have nothing to lose here. That's what I've been saying since the beginning of the round here. So I said, like, I'd be closer here. I would have stayed up here at the smoke. I wouldn't have came back door. So, especially on this run, like, you want to play forward. So, that's the shorty for you, though.
spike planted.
Again, here, like, yeah. So we
I
ran.
should've played in the smoke. to
Yeah,
avoid
exactly.
the-
Exactly. You can play in the smoke here. You can play in the smoke up here, like with your smokes. But the shorty is a gun that you can't run away with. Like you can't fall back super far and expect to get value out of it. And whenever you go for those more aggressive plays, sometimes it won't work, but a lot of the time you will just get a kill, or you'll get even more than one kill, and then you can pick up a gun because they're gonna be so close to you anyway. So I think we just fall back a little too much there. I'm curious to see if that's something that happens, that you do a lot. Like if you fall back a lot as Jett on defense. So now again, we're coming to the same spot. So I think this is another flaw in your gameplay so far. Not that just we're coming A, but we're coming A main, right? And we're kind of doing the same thing. We're not really swapping it up in A main. So we're not coming over here. We're not pushing up to see if we can get a flank off on top cat, So open up your mind to different things like that. There's also different areas you can play on A. Or you could play on cat, peek cat, push mid, peek mid. You could play up here on this box, you know. I wouldn't play much farther back than that as a Jett player most of the time. But I just feel like we're doing kind of a similar thing here. Here, I'll be looking to get a kill. Like, I don't want you to fall back again. If you are, this is going to be a significant problem for you. Like, here, I would be willing to just swing this.
Oh,
Like, I would just swing this.
sorry.
You see that? Because look at this, right? These people are just not expecting you. And this is why the shorty would be so good. Right? Because imagine this with a shorty and then the dash. Like, you're right here. Boom. Free shorty kill. Boom. Grab the gun. Dash back. Then play back here, kind of like I said. And you can go wherever you want because you have the pick. We can keep going here because we have dash. Now they're going to kind of be a little more aware that we're in the smoke because we shot. But still, good job. This is exactly how you want to play Jett. So, good job. Now, again, I want us to be aware of our main flaws so far, and that is mainly that we're just coming A. So if you come at A again next round after you destroy these kids like this, and they go B, then you're missing out because you didn't go B, right? You're not thinking ahead where is the enemy gonna go to, because you can do this here, and then you can do it on B, and then you can go predict, oh, they're gonna go mid, and I'm gonna go peek mid now, right? So really trying to always kind of be ahead of where you think the enemy is gonna be at.
Raze was main.
So this is pretty good, but always be aware of cat. Like, technically they can come up cat. They could already be up cat and tree right now, so you really want to be aware of that on the minimap and just kind of alert your team or pick that up. It looks like your Sage and your Reyna have it now. You did say that. Okay, good. Here, it sounds like they're leaving. That's something I would say. Sounds like they're leaving. At this point, you should know now that they're pretty much they're left A, right? There might be one person still sitting in A main. But really, in gold, this is probably just a full rotation out of A. So again, this is where I would be rotating. If I was like smurfing in this rank, I wouldn't be sitting here any longer. I would be booking it to B site. Unless we realize that this team is a team that comes back to A. But again, from what we've seen, 2 rounds, they rotate this way, and looks like they're just trying to run B. Our team might just kill them here as well.
Yeah, I really shouldn't be anchoring.
Oh, I hit Raze
No,
one.
no, not as Jett, right? I'll write that down actually. Don't anchor as Jett.
Enemy
20.
remaining.
Raze is on.
You can, like, you know, whenever games get really close and you really kind of can't predict what the enemies are going to do, and you feel like rotating is too risky for what it's worth, then you could just stay. But in this, like, you're in gold. Stuff like that is not going to happen very often, and when it does, you know, then you can kind of think about that. But right now, more often than not, just try to be proactive in how you rotate.
Spike planted.
But here we want to be playing together, really.
You have a flash?
Really want to be playing
You can
together.
flash site.
We can actually see this guy's
You have
abilities.
flash?
No
Yeah.
flash, no dog.
You can flash site.
I don't have a bad flash. Okay.
Good job.
So the problem here is, right, we're not super concerned. Neither one of you is not really concerned with playing together, and this is not surprising. This is something that I see all the time. But the problem here is
Flash site.
you might not think this is bad. You might not realize this is bad, but your Sky
He could
engages.
be
Yeah,
in
go
so
ahead.
many different. He could be in so many different places that even if he didn't get flashed, he could still kill both of us.
Yeah, right, and yeah, right, because like he could be here, he could be, and he happens to be on lane. So your Sky engages in a fight here. If your Sky dies, you can't trade her, right? Because this person on lane that killed her could come back site and then go wherever they want, and you're not close enough to your Sky to like easily kill her, easily trade her. I mean, right? So that's why being around teammates is so important. Whenever you're in like specifically like a 2v1 or a 3v2 or something.
Good job.
So yeah, not bad. Just play a little closer with your teammate. Oh, we're playing B. Okay. So round to round, you want to be doing this, right? It's not just like once every 5 rounds because this is the 5th round, right? We want to be thinking constantly at the sort of before every round. We want to think, okay, where's the best place? Like, where are they likely to go now? Where are they likely to go? I'm a duelist. I'm not an anchor, right? So again, I'm also looking at the ults. What would you say are the most important ults right now in play that are active?
The Sova and Omen and Raze from the other team because they could entry with all 3 of them.
Okay. What about just our team as well?
Sky is for info. Like if we push up mid or A main, she can pop it and then we can confirm whether or not it's clear.
Okay. Anything else?
I guess Sage is res, so one of us could be aggressive and she can res us, so we'd play with her.
Yeah, actually, especially the Sage. I would say Sage ult might be the most valuable ult here, but I feel like people really don't think of Sage res like that very much in lower ranks. So I would actually argue Omen ult's not really that important, but as you said, it can be important in certain scenarios. I would say the most important ults are Sage, Sky, and Raze ult. Sova ult's definitely important to consider as well, but yeah. So it's always good to look.
Reina,
That's my
maybe you
point
can
here.
play here, and then I will play and push. Can I through the wall? If you want.
Yeah. So it's good to. I like what you're trying to do here. Something that might help here, like it's kind of
Reina,
hard for you to do anything else here to convince this person. They might just have everyone muted, like they might just not care. But
maybe you can.
something
here.
you can do is like ping through the wall. Like, can you eye here? Can you throw a flash here? You might phrase it like, can you flash here instead of eye? I don't know. But yeah, sometimes people just won't listen.
And then I will play and push. Yeah. I actually leave her alone, and I thought our mid's exposed, so I go there instead.
I think I would have started here early on. I don't like how our team stacks like 3 like this. It hurts my head every time that I see how open mid is. Like, I promise you, most games in this rank, people also don't attack mid. That's why people don't defend it very often. But knowing that, I'm guessing on attack, you don't really go mid very often. So this is, or cat. I already just know this. Like, maybe you do, but most people that I coach don't take advantage of mid or cat, and they just go A main or B main. So, would you say that's true for you?
In this game, I wouldn't go mid a lot, but there are some games where I'd, like, push out mid and try and get a flank on them.
Yeah, especially cat if your team's going toward A.
Yeah.
But here, I would like to play, even though she's not listening, like, I would kind of just like to be around her here to kind of trade her again, right? At the start of the round. Then we can kind of go pick up mid later on if we want to. But just how she's positioned tells me she wants to play aggressive here. So you going away is... It's okay, but I prefer you guys to play together early at least. Because what if she dies here again?
So,
And now I'm rotating A, rotating A. Rotating A. Okay. So there's room to save a few seconds there, right? You see that? Like, you could probably save 3, 4, 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I like that we spot top mid, but just let's go back again actually. So Sova Dart, the Sage says it's A pretty confidently. So I'm just gonna trust that, right? I'm just gonna rotate assuming that they're about to come out hard A. If they don't, look at Arena. Arena guarantees that they're not B, so we have time to rotate. So rotating here is pretty safe. Like, you just jump spotted mid. It's pretty safe. We kind of just post up here. So that's unfortunate.
Raise hit for 93.
I might jump on top of Jen here, to be honest with you. With how this smoke is, like, this is a definite opportunity that I see right now that isn't normally available to you just because of how these smokes are. And we have dash, so the time for the dash is running out. Whenever you have the dash active, you want to be playing forward. I actually don't think this dash was that bad compared to the other ones. I think it was pretty good. So now, what could we assume is happening?
So they tried pushing A main and it didn't work out because we had a smoke there, I think, and a wall. So they're trying to fall back, maybe group up.
And do what? Do you think? Based off of like the earlier rounds so far, where do they go? Out of A?
They're just hard commit to B. They won't even go mid. Or maybe the Raze would.
I think they went mid a couple rounds, and remember your team killed them a lot, like right here.
Yeah.
So they could. So basically, what I want you to realize is after this smoke fades here, like this. Like, okay, right now it's fine because you think, okay, maybe they're still coming out. They could be in the smoke, you know. They may be out switch or something. They might just be quiet. But after this clears and there's nobody, I'm instantly thinking like, okay, they're either gonna be going to top cat and mid, or they're gonna be coming through spawn to rotate B. Like, just based off how they played so far, I don't think they're coming back A, right? This is one of those teams. This is gonna be heavy rotators. Could they be waiting to re-hit A? Yeah, but that seems like a bit complex for gold. We also have 3 people here, so I think they're gonna come mid. That's my guess. I think they're gonna come right here. I think they're gonna be like top cat. Yeah.
Fuck What am I doing?
So you could have been far ahead of this as well, right? So again, when did I say this? Let's see. So right
Yeah, might be inside.
after this clears, right here. So from 113 to
Neon is mid.
Our spawn.
like here. Okay, wait. Why do you think there's one in your spawn?
No one was carrying mid, and Omen checks it late.
Okay.
Well, actually, I didn't trust the Reyna, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even about
So-
trusting your Reyna. I just cause like even regardless of who this is, like we could just block out the Reyna there, just cause she has vision here from this point. She does lose vision for a second, like right now. But how many seconds is this? 1, 2, 3. Like not really. Like there's not really a chance there's someone gonna be here. They couldn't have gone through B main because your Reyna's there. There's only a few seconds. Your team didn't have vision of mid, so
Neon is
Yeah.
mid.
I think that's
Could you
just
also go back to when there was a smoke and the neon wall
yeah.
on A side? Here, I thought they already pushed up where the Omen was, and he may have missed them. I
Okay.
guess.
So like you think that it could have made it past or Roman or just like entry?
Like made it past him. Either they went mid or they went like through him around the smoke or
Oh,
something.
okay. Okay. That's fair. I think it's kind of unlikely, but it's fair. I think just consider like it's good that you're thinking about that, but just consider what's most likely just based off of what we've seen. Because like these guys, again, like I said earlier, you're trying to first figure out, does this team like to commit fast? Do they like to rotate a lot? Like, do they rotate most rounds whenever they go toward a site? And I would say this team so far has rotated 3 times. This is the 3rd time they've rotated. And every time they've rotated, they've gone mid from A. So this is something I'm taking note of. If they're not making noise here, I'm instantly going to assume, based off of the last 2 times they went mid, they're going back mid now. So
One might be inside.
I think it's good to be cautious of spawn here, but I think I would just be booking it and running toward mid right now. I think I would just be running.
Fuck, what am I doing?
So here, because here we could have already been pretty much over here. We could be on site B, backside B, before they even get there, which is gonna win us the round for free. I think we might still be able to make it.
One enemy remaining.
So this guy we know is here.
1B.
I don't like how tight the angle was, because I actually thought this was gonna happen if she showed up here. So
I was just trying to play it safe and not die, because I was alone.
yeah, I think this is safe, but I think this is a little too safe. Because this is what I assume the enemy is gonna do whenever we hold an angle like this. I think it is true. You don't want to look into B main right now, but I think you could hold this angle out a little bit more. You see your crosshairs actually a bit too high here as well, because it's just this gap right here. It's gonna be it's kind of hard, right? It's kind of hard to kill her in this window. You only see her for like a half second. So now we really want to be playing alone. We don't want to, or I'm not alone. We really want to be playing together. We want to wait for a Sky and our Omen.
Yeah.
Like you said, you want to be playing safe. This is not safe here. This is aggressive and this is
On site.
unnecessary. So I would ask Sky, do you have dog? Do you have flash? Let's fight together. Wait for the plant. Anything like that. You have another smoke to work with. Okay. Good job.
But
So wait, what are you saying?
even though I'm putting aggression, they're getting comfortable pushing up main. But even though I'm putting aggression, they're still pushing up, which I don't like.
Yeah, I think they were missing out by not coming against this wall, okay? And also in B main, you can do that in B main. You could just cross over here, hold here with your
Want them to stop.
your dash. Again, don't activate the dash this early.
Yeah.
This is good. This is good. Now we can walk up. Now we can walk up. You're in a very good position now to do what? Looking at the minimap here.
Rotate. I mean flank.
Yeah, flank.
Wow.
Because we're farther forward than we are back, and again, based off of how this enemy team plays, the Raze was lurking one round, but in general, they usually all play together. So wherever they show, you can kind of go off of that, right? So from this neon, I'm guessing the majority of their team is going to be on B, toward B. There's 3, so now I'm going to dash forward. It might seem a little risky, but again, just trust in your aim, have some confidence, flank quickly, get behind them, and you can. They don't even have trips. Like, they have no trips. This is a really good opportunity to flank.
Okay, mid.
I'm not worried about mid right now. Except for maybe the Raze. I'm not going to be this cautious. I'm going to run down and just... There's the Raze.
Omen.
Okay.
I was worried one was market, so I was just trying to get out of it. After vision.
Yeah. I think just kind of how he peeked this is not the greatest.
Yeah.
So you know how whenever you peek like closer to a wall, that kind of makes it harder for you? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, so like, I don't know how to explain it, but you want to be, so like if I was you, I'd be back here probably, peeking this, clearing the corner, and then you could just kill
From,
him much more easily.
like from a further angle.
Yeah. Cause you don't expose yourself as fast whenever you're farther away from a wall or from an angle. So, so like here, he sees you like before you can even fully process that he's there. And even though, see, he's kind of slow still. He's still not even looking at you. He's gonna have the advantage on you.
Player standing.
Whereas, and I do think this round we could have rotated just a little bit sooner. So that's something else I'm noticing. I feel like we do a little bit of unnecessary stuff. So we're pulling out the op. Okay, this should be free kills. Let's think. Where do they peak? Do they peak from mid a lot at the start of the round?
No, they start off either A main or B main, and then I think one of them slowly pushes up mid.
So tell me, do you think opping here is better than opping in B main or A main?
I would have opted in B main. I think that was better.
Yeah. So I would, again, this depends on the team you're playing against, right? This is not, anyone that's watching this, no, you shouldn't always, op A main or B main. If people do peek mid, you want to hold mid sometimes with the op, because obviously this is a very nice angle for you. This is a very long range angle for you. But in this game, I would be picking, okay, A main or B main. Okay, it looks like my Reyna is alone B, so I'm gonna go B main and hold with an op. And that's what your dash is for. You get a kill, you dash out. It's 5v4. So I think just where you're predicting the enemy's gonna be here is just a little bit off, but that's fine. This is still very good. I like that dash here. Okay. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think we just hold this. We hold just like this. As long as someone doesn't sneak under here, which is probably going to be unlikely, you're going to be good. So, I'm already thinking ahead. What do you think these guys are going to do after they see that you have an op here?
Maybe the Rays will try and nade me off, or the neon wall or something to like block me off or push me back, and then push on to B or rotate.
Yeah, I'm thinking rotate, but all those things could happen, like you said as well. It looks like they're gonna come out. So I actually think that, okay, so now we know where the Omen is. I think that coming back here, I really want you to get one kill here. If we can get one kill, we have knives and the round's much more winnable. We also have res. Again, this ult is valuable. Like, talk to your Sage. Most Sage players, for whatever reason, don't use their ult until it's the 80th round in the game, and they use it like once the whole game. So I don't know why, but it's a really good ult.
Two side.
So they know that you're opping here, so it's kind of like gonna be hard for you to do much here. And so I would like to have actually seen you gone back spawn and peeked over here, but the problem is the Omen TP'd up here, so.
Spike
Been in on
planted.
spawn.
At this point, we're considering saving now, because like we don't have any, we have no what you call it. We don't have any. We have no picks. We have no momentum. So this is gonna take some big feeding from them.
Last player standing.
Oh, we actually hit the neon through the wall as well.
Yeah.
I think we moved. So be on top of that. This is one of the many mistakes you can make with the op. The op is not a very hard weapon to use, but do you feel like your aim with the op's usually pretty good?
Yeah, usually it's pretty good.
The op can just carry you all the way into plat, like, alone. It's going to be really easy if you want to use it more. If not, I understand. It can also be kind of boring, but you can go into deathmatch and just practice with the op. People don't like you whenever you do that, but it guarantees you don't do stuff like this in a comp game, and it really gets you free kills, because this guy should not be doing this. These people should not be pushing an op. No matter who they think you are, no matter what rank it is, they should not push an op. That's kind of how it is with the op. Yeah, that's just movement and accuracy. Here, it looks like we're gonna use knives. Let's see our buy real quick.
I can buy one of our teammates.
Oh, okay.
I think this guy.
I actually don't think our team should be buying here. Just looking at our Sage. Our Reyna's buying for next round. Our Sage can't buy. Our Skye can't buy. You can pop knives, but we're not really, this isn't really a full buy. And we also don't have full armor, which is kind of annoying for knives.
Yes, man.
But I would try to buy full armor, and I would try to buy a shorty as well, just for backup.
So
See what
what
we do here.
Gosh.
We don't peek B main very much, and we don't flank at all. So I would say
Mhm.
peek B main more. Just kind of like you do A main, right? Like, remember you did that one round, but you haven't really done that since. You know, you remember how you're in the smoke? The Reyna pushed into that smoke, and you got a free kill, and you peeked out and killed the Neon. You remember that round on
Yeah.
A? Like, that's the type of things you want to do. You just want to do that more often, and you want to do it in a way so that it's not predictable. So don't do it on A main every single round, or don't do it in the same way every single round. But try to do that, but like spread around the map and maybe with different guns and stuff. You know, like there's a subtle difference between being on the wall here on A main and being like right here with a shorty or a judge or something, or with an op right here, or playing here. And then doing that all in B main. Those are all different plays you can do, and that adds up to like 5 or 6 different plays. And you can kind of cycle through those.
I've got specs, I'm not really much point.
But here, like, I wouldn't let the Reyna playing there deter you. So here, I'm going to be saying, it sounds like they're B, it sounds like they're B. And it sounds like Raze is mid, so you can just fight this guy. Activate your dash and just swing him.
Spike down B.
Okay, we're a little trigger happy with the knives, something that is also kind of a common problem.
Mhm. I felt like my knives this game was very bad. Like whenever I've used them, I couldn't hit or kill someone properly.
I think, like, if you don't hit them straight away in the head and you hit them in the body, like this, right here, bang.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you hit him once or twice, but, like, I think this is where the problem begins. So you have 3 knives left, and then you just kind of, like, start spamming them, right? If we just have control, this guy's not going to have the easiest time killing you here because you're floating, and it's not, you know, for gold players, that's not the easiest target. See, you have time to work with here before she kills you, and you have heal, you have res. Yo, can you res me, Sage? But I think just be a little more patient with your knives. She almost didn't even kill you.
Wish that so hard.
Yeah, a little more control, a little more patience.
Cover him.
Last player standing.
Nice, good trick.
Good job. So these guys have been holding ults for so many rounds, it's painful. Like this, I don't know how
Yeah.
long this guy had Raze ult. This guy has had Sage ult for years. I'm aging. I think the Omen actually uses ult. Sova, I don't think he used it.
Can you buy me?
Need a drop. Thanks.
I mean, that's good for you. I guess I shouldn't be
Doesn't
complaining,
count.
but
Solo queue.
what do we say?
Yeah,
They start using their
really
ults a lot more on the second half, though.
I didn't realize you only had 3 kills. So notice 2 of your kills came from an aggressive play here. So
Yeah.
what that should tell you is, okay, maybe I could try aggressive plays more. I just see what I can get away with. Because I think a lot of the rounds you're just kind of limiting yourself by playing back and not really making full use of your dash
I don't know how to tell.
while it's active.
She doesn't want to buy shield. It's fine. Solo queue. This is what you expect from teammates.
Again, activating the dash a little too early. This might be part of the reason, not the whole reason, but this is probably part of the reason why you don't play aggressive all the time, is because you don't always have your dash. I don't mind the logic of like, oh, I want to make sure I don't not use it later on, but I think wasting it early on prevents you from seeing what other opportunities you could have with it, because you never have it later in the round. So now it's time to rotate. So we know there's Sova. There's probably going to be more here. Right, we want to be clued into how these guys play. Gold is a very predictable rank. Silver is a very predictable rank. Plat is even a pretty predictable rank. So it's not going to be very hard for you to kind of predict where and how these people are playing, because they're not doing super sophisticated things. Like, they're not saying, all right, Sova, go run it down at B, and then we'll hide outside of the A lobby, and we'll hit after Sova dies. Like, they're not saying that. They're all sitting right here outside of B or in B main. I still have res. Okay, good teamwork.
Oh.
Wait, actually they're doing that.
Spike down A.
I'll bring the spike, A guys. Make sure we make some noise, B.
Neon mid.
Okay, well that was just troll though, so they just delivered you the spike.
What are they gonna have for tree? Sky's mid.
I'm trying to like read off Sky's info.
This is
If
fine.
there's one mid.
This is fine. I just think in general we play a little too passive. Like I know now we have the spike, we don't really want to be playing aggressive, but just kind of in general, this is okay. So you hear one A
Pushing
main.
him in.
I think your crosshair placement is in general a bit high as well. Like right here.
Like above head, yeah.
Just a little bit, but that happened earlier too with the Reyna on B. So basically what I'm thinking here, there's a lot of spots you could be to better outplay this Reyna, like right here next to this pot, or on Cat, you know, playing here. That's what I was talking about earlier, like you're playing a bit passive, but you could position better, just get this kill for free. It's still free, but... So now I would actually be moving into the smoke here just to really fortify this area. Because we have the dash, right? I understand it's 4v2, we have the spike. But walk into the... Yeah, walk into this.
One enemy remaining.
Exactly, easy. Free up. 3 more rounds. You guys still holding ults. Okay, good. This is the type of peek we want to go for. Or one of the type of peeks we could go for. Because most people don't peek mid in this rank. If you find that people actually are peeking mid on the enemy team, then you can hold mid with the op. But here... I actually think... Wait, you're playing very aggressive. Okay, good. This is what we want to see from you. And I'm guessing this is actually going to pay off unless you whiff.
Aggressive on B, I need to have a quick rotate.
I think you mean on A.
Okay.
Now, what do we do here? What do we see? What does that mean over there?
They're committing to B.
Not necessarily, but just off of what's on our screen, what does this tell us?
The Reyna and Sova's on B.
Exactly. So from what from this game does that kind of clue us in toward?
So raises some either at mid or spawn or like away from them.
No, just from the fact that we know that 2 people are B. What does that mean from this enemy team? Does that mean that...
Hard pushing? Yeah,
right. Because... So, just because you see these 2, I want you to realize, like, it doesn't mean that it's a B hit, like, always, but in this scenario, in this game, 2 players B probably means this is a hard B push. And that's what I want you to kind of get clued into. Yeah, the Raze is probably lurking somewhere, because that's just how she plays for whatever reason.
They commit to B. Yeah.
But, like, here, I'm gonna be rotating. Like, and if you're not sure if you should rotate, ask, like, yo, do you guys hear them coming B? Are they B? How many do you guys hear B? Are they committing B? Are they fast pushing B?
The Raze comes back.
I wouldn't be worried about the Raze. I'd be worried about where's the majority of the enemy team going? Where's the enemy team's spike? Where do they want to plant at?
Oh wait, no, that's Jett.
I think the Raze usually goes mid whenever they do this, so...
Do you see Raze?
Oh. There she is. She's always mid. At this point, I think I would have kind of also realized that. Like, yeah, the Raze lurks, but I think that she, like, about 4 or 5 times now, she's gone mid. So...
One's market.
I just think we're kind of slow here. Like, I think we could have rotated, like, 5 or 10 seconds sooner.
Spike down.
And I think flanking with the op is kind of awkward.
B.
Like, out of all rounds
Yeah.
to flank, I wouldn't have done it with my op.
Remaining.
Now I want to play together. You might even pick up a Vandal, because again here, what if this guy dies taking this fight, and maybe you can't trade him soon enough, but still they win it. Any questions so far?
Yeah, how would you say, like, for example, if I'm picking a main right now, right? What do you keep in mind to help you look at your minimap more often and see what's happening around you?
Wait, can you ask that again?
So, like, when would you be checking your minimap when you're trying to put aggression
Okay,
in a main?
yeah, so starting here and opping here is fine. It seems like they've gone B a lot in the last few rounds, but I think starting here is fine. I think predicting where the enemy is gonna go is a skill. But you're asking when should I be looking at the minimap? So if you hold this, you don't activate your dash yet because we don't know if they're here. We're holding this. If there's nobody there, that's when I start glancing at my minimap a lot. I'm specifically looking to see, are they coming B main? And this is where you can ask your teammates. Use your teammates. Use your comms. This is where there's information available to you that you don't realize is available to you until you ask. This is something that most people don't do. Like, yo, how many are B? Are they B? I don't hear any A, right? Stuff like that, because that's information you can extract from your teammates that you otherwise are not going to have. So, as far as looking at the minimap, whenever you're scoped in with the op,
Yeah.
let's just see how we play this here.
Comes running.
Okay, so we hear them. So now this is a good dash activation because we know that they're here. So now I'm not looking at the minimap because I know that they're directly in front of me. So I don't care about what's happening at B. I don't care what's happening on the minimap because I'm looking to get a kill here, right? For now. Now I might, yeah, okay. So this should be a free kill. Okay.
Comes running. I do whiff though.
I actually wouldn't be worried about up here first. This would be like a backup type thing. Like I would look down there first and then up here.
Yeah, that'd be
So I think that's why we're not really prepared to kill this guy, is because we have to come back down and look. Yeah, we want to get better at not missing those types of shots. This is fine. I think we would peek out of the smoke here on the left. And just hold it. Yeah. I think we want to look down here. Because you're not going to see anyone here. You're going to see them coming out the smoke. Okay, that's fine if you want to spam it.
Omen blind.
Here again, bring attention to your Sage ult, bring attention to your Sky ult. I wonder if these guys will ever use their ults. Okay, what does this mean? It means Omen's probably TPing in our spawn or something cringy. Or maybe just onto B.
Our spawn.
And it means they're probably rotating. Because they're not breaking the wall, notice? If they're not breaking the wall, they don't have the ability to get over the wall except for one of them, because we know that we know the Omen's not here anymore, so we know that the Raze is the only one that can get over this. Look, they're doing the same thing. They always do this. Like, if they're not coming out A really quickly early in the round, rotate. Like, they do the same thing. These guys are like robots. Like, you could predict these guys before the round even unfolds. Like, okay, are they out A in 10 seconds? No? Okay, time to rotate to B, because they always come back. They always go this way. They always go through mid like this. I don't know why they rotate like this. This is actually not a very safe way to rotate. And it usually ends up not working for them. This time it actually is. So now I want to ask Sage, can we get a res off here? And again, I already know they're going B, so I would just leave. You know, so there's a chance they come cat, right? But just from how they're running there, they're gonna go B.
Sky go B. I'll watch mid.
I would be asking, can we get a res? We could ask, can we wait to use Style as a team?
Pushing mid from market.
We can swing this guy. Well, guess who it is?
Watch out, Raze's mid. On the left.
I think we can just like, we see him here. We know he's there, because we see. I don't think we saw her on the minimap. So I saw her twice. That you didn't see her here. I see her on the minimap here. So I would know she's there, and you'd miss her hand as well.
On the left.
I think she hears you.
Yeah.
You're gonna catch
Right
you.
below you, amen.
Yeah.
Two in our spawn.
Spike planted.
So I think committing to fights, like just committing to the Raze here,
Yeah.
could be good instead of coming back and then coming back again.
Force buy.
Go and activate the dash. There is a Sova Dart A.
Blocking sight.
I don't like these smokes really.
Yeah.
I like the first one's fine. I wouldn't bother spamming through it.
Sova push.
Again, I don't like this habit that we have. So
I think this is a bit of a overheating issue on this round.
I think what I'm going to tell you is actually the opposite of that, but I think that smoking this is not good. I think I would be playing over here and just waiting for the first kill. Because the first person that runs out, I can almost promise you, is not going to be looking right here, even after you've done this spot a couple of times. So make use of that, and don't dash away so quickly. Like, get your aim and get your confidence to a level where you just know that you're getting this kill before you dash away. Like, I feel like we're just a little quick to dash away. Like, we only take a couple shots and then we dash away.
Sova push.
Like, as a Jett player, you want to be getting that kill. You want to... That kill is important. So I'm expecting Omen to flash this here. So be careful.
Doesn't never got tripped.
Okay, ulting a Jett. Good idea.
Silver's main.
So now I'm thinking,
Neon might
where's
be
the neon? Where's the neon?
One enemy remaining.
Okay.
Charges left.
Yeah, good. So
I don't
this
think
is
I
fine.
needed to pop my knives.
No, last round is good.
Oh right.
Toilet break.
AFK. So now we're on attack.
I think two of our teammates are AFK.
At the
My
start.
aggression is good. It's stopping them from pushing in full confidence. But
I think your aggression could use work actually. So I think that's where
Yeah.
I think that might be a disconnect for you. Is like you don't realize like what you can get away with as Jett. 'Cause you can get away with a lot of shit. Like you can do some crazy things. Like specifically, I want to bring attention to that one round where, you were A main and you just held the smoke like that with the dash, and then you swung through even after you got a kill, and they just had no clue what was happening. Like it's just free kills for you. So stuff like that. Obviously, again, don't do that every round. Don't do the same thing every round. But think where can you do those types of plays at with your smokes, with inside of smokes, inside of good areas like.
I really feel like it could be better.
You're talking about
Way better.
defending. I think you could be rotating a little sooner too. Okay, so we opt for.
This is gonna be fun.
I'd prefer not light armor as Jett. Any other role than duelist, this is fine. But I'd like to see you have that extra kill potential. So our teammates are all just, I don't know,
Oh.
doing whatever the hell they're doing.
half our team's
So here, I would probably buy a ghost, walk up in A main, and just play like it's a normal round. Look to see if I can get a kill. Because if I get that kill while they're gone, then hey, we're still winning the round if they come back.
Sorry, I went toilets.
Neon's mid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
pushing
like
B
the.
main.
I'm not a big fan of the classic, but
You can go A.
Blocking sight.
again, very trigger happy to use the dash.
You can.
Like not only activate it, but
Right.
also just use it here. I think you said you heard one, so the smoke is okay, but you're like maybe just commit to the fight. Do you play DM a lot?
Recently, yeah, but before this VOD, no.
Okay, I would use the confidence and the aim you build in DM to really, just give you confidence in comp as well.
You
So
wanna push B main?
instead of phrasing it as a question, phrase it as a statement. Do you want to go B main? Let's go B main. I'm dashing. Let's go B main. I have a shorty. Do you understand?
it's-
Yeah.
A big weakness I have. I don't calm when I entry and stuff.
Yeah. It's not. I mean, I understand it can be daunting, but it's really not the end of the world. You don't have to say anything crazy like I'm dashing into A or I'm dashing into B. You guys come with me, please, or something like that. So here we buy a.
I think
I'm
they should
back.
Shorty.
Sorry, my computer just crashed.
I'll go
Let's
down with
fly.
them.
Okay, bro.
So what else can we buy here?
Maybe smokes.
How many?
I'd buy both.
And anything else?
Maybe an updraft, but I don't think it's useful.
I think you're right. I think I would probably buy 2 smokes and an updraft just to have it. I mean, because you never know. Like, an updraft is a kind of a niche thing to have. Like, you don't always have... Like, it's not always useful to use, but... even if you don't use it this round, you can use it in another round. So yeah, buy 2 smokes for sure. Because again, armor is not going to be like the best thing ever. If you have a lot of extra credits on this round, you can buy it, but... You buy 1 smoke, okay. Let's buy 2 smokes though, next time.
Yeah,
You know what I'm looking at to determine that?
Like, sorry, my computer just crashed.
I'll go
Let's
down with
fly.
them.
Okay, bro.
So whenever you buy stuff, what do you look at?
I look at my money, so I make sure for second
Computer
round I
just
have more than
crashed.
4,000. I'll go
Let's
down with
fly.
them.
Okay, bro.
Okay. We can go down to 3,900, just as like a reference,
Okay.
because that's full armor and a rifle. Do you get like, so like people always argue with me, or not argue, but they like try to counter my point. They say like, well, I can only buy armor and a rifle. What if I can't? Then I won't have enough to buy abilities, right? But if you buy abilities this round, you don't have to use them. You're only
Yeah.
using them to secure the round. So that's something I say a lot whenever this happens. Here, I think the dash is just a little early. Maybe not. This is a good opportunity for a smoke. Do you see this? Smoke right here. Smoke right here and just run. Run in a straight line toward the Reyna. Because right now, if you run at her, she has a much better weapon than you. Like, do you see the opportunity for the smoke there? It also would save your teammate as well. You could even just curve
Yeah.
it around the corner.
Don't have it up there.
Or just throw it right now. But Use those smokes. This is good, but okay, that's actually pretty good as well. I'll be asking to see if you have heal. Oh, that's sad.
No, fuck it.
Yeah, I noticed that instantly. That's okay. You could actually have won this round if you had ammo here.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, just look how, like, I just want you to think, you have to respect your enemies less, okay? Like, that's a big, big thing in this rank and in a lot of ranks. Like, realize these guys are kind of clueless in a lot of ways. You might be a little clueless too, but that's okay. Everyone's a little clueless. This guy, like, he darts this and he just runs out, like, you know? Like, he didn't even think about you being here. And if you had noticed you had ammo, this is a free kill. But not just this scenario. Like, there's so many scenarios where people are not looking at you, where their knife's out, where they're just showing at the wall, they have an ability out, or whatever it is, right? But just realize what you can get away with. It goes back to that, what I'm saying earlier, just realize your aggressive potential as a duelist or as Jett. Especially with your dash. Now we should all have a full buy. So we didn't win either round yet, so now I'm trying to play a little more passive. Not passive, but like, I don't want our team to be pushing straight into a site. Again, I don't like the smokes, and I don't like, I think this smoke's okay, but I don't like that we dash straight away from the person we want to be killing.
I felt like I was losing that fight. Like,
Yeah, that one's actually okay. That one's actually okay.
stunned.
But I just feel like you do that like every single time.
Sorry.
Whenever you have a dash and you see someone. Like a dash is what you use in the absolute worst case scenario. But I feel like sometimes you use dash even when it's just like they hit you like once in the leg or something. Here, you gotta understand as well that they don't have guns. Like, they have weak guns.
I should kill both.
Okay. What do we do? What was bad about this?
I swung without good crosshair placement, and I could have used Sky's util to help me push further back into spawn.
I think
Like maybe her flash or something.
I think this swing is completely fine because look at these guys. Again, one of them is just clueless. The Sova's aware of you, but he doesn't kill you very quickly because this is gold. I think the big problem is the crouch spray. So if this is something you do a lot, this is something you want to stop doing. Like with control, if you play DM, you could just unbind crouch permanently for a little bit. And just practice bursting and tapping these kids. It's gonna just give you free kills. Yeah, those should be very free kills. Especially because they don't have full guns.
Blinder.
See what is our
Hard
comp?
push A.
Hard push A.
Sure.
Omen just blinder.
We can try it. I just have a bad feeling about it because our team. Actually, we haven't really said anything yet. Here, I would actually. This might sound crazy, but whenever I see a nade like that, I would consider maybe even like just dashing on her here, just like straight away
Really?
dash.
Okay.
Like it sounds kind of crazy, but I feel like it could just work. And again, this is kind of, you know what limit testing means?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, because this is an extreme example of playing aggressive. If she's throwing a nade, what I'm expecting her to be doing now is running away. That's just my intuition. That's my guess. She might re-peek. She's a classic. Look at this. Like, I don't know what she's doing, but if you would have dashed on her, she would not have killed you. Of course, we didn't know she had a classic, but like, just see what you can get away with. This is gold. You can get away with crazy stuff like this.
Thank you.
And there's the crouch spray again. So unbind crouch is my recommendation for you. Crouch spray again. How do we use the dash here? I don't remember. Stop dashing.
board.
Just commit to the kill there. Yeah, right here, just commit to the kill. It's good that you activated your dash. I think we just activate the dash too early in general, though. I feel like you could just updraft here without the dash. Because, like, again, there's a wall right here. This can provide you a lot of cover if you need it. And here we should just be committing to the kill. If someone swings this, we should have teammates. We said we're going hard A. Whether that actually happens or not, it doesn't really seem like it. We have a Reyna, we have a Sky over here. You guys are pretty far back, but this should be a free kill. I don't think we need to dash. And I think we should really be trying to use the dash. Activating the dash after we get this kill would be really good. Because then you can run in or smoke dash in. Whereas now we have to kind of just run in and it's a little harder, but it's still fine. Good, but there's a crouch spray again. See that? So
One heaven.
Unbind crouch.
I don't if I didn't crouch spray there, I think I would have actually been able to like strafe and kill the guy in heaven.
Yeah, because what you're doing is it's not necessarily even bad. It is bad, but what your goal is not bad. Like what your intention is not bad. But it just crouching is the opposite of what you want to do, right? Whenever you're in a gunfight, what you want to be doing is strafing or counter strafing. And those two things are opposite whenever you're in a gunfight. Whenever you crouch in a gunfight, you're making yourself smaller, easier to hit. And whenever you crouch, it makes it harder for you to move. You're slower. And whenever you strafe, it makes it harder for you to hit. It makes you're kind of agile. You're a little quicker. So that's the muscle memory you want to be building for yourself.
You could just wait for the silver dot to go and then just leave it.
But I think unbinding crouch is a really good approach because it really just forces your brain to remap how you take fights. Because like right now, your go-to, whether you realize it or not, is crouching a lot of the time. I didn't realize that until now, but it seems like you do that quite often actually.
Raises amen. Silver's B.
You can start that. I don't know what we're doing here. I would be playing like, so the way I think of each map here is like I cut the map right here. See this line?
Yeah.
And I tell myself as a duelist, I can go up that far without trolling, without like throwing the game. Because whenever you just run into A without telling your teammates, that's kind of troll. But if you walk up here and you're kind of just looking for a kill, playing kind of smart, kind of slow, walking up mid, walking up cat, just looking for kills, that's great. But here, I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know what our plan is. Not just you, but our team.
Wait for Brace, don't peek.
Oh, maybe we actually had a plan. I just didn't hear it.
Regardless, we were waiting for Raise's util on it.
Okay.
And maybe a silver dart, and then we'd push.
Regardless, I would probably just be working on mid. Because to me, this plan, this is good, but look what our guys are doing here. They're already showing up. Our teammates are already peeking mid. So we might as well just go with them.
They're pushing from mid.
I don't know what Arena's plan is. She's kind of lurking Reyna. So now this would actually be a good time to just say like, let's just rotate B. Because now they kind of know that we're toward A, but we could just be like, let's go B. But we could still notice the dash. Like I don't know why we activated the dash here.
I was just afraid someone would spawn and they'd try to kill us. Because the Reyna died.
Oh, like this area?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Again, I think just realize you could take fights without having dash activated. Like there's certain situations, certain areas that dash is better to have activated during. And if you don't think you're gonna be like, if there's a very slim chance you're gonna be in a fight, then don't use the dash. Is a good rule.
I think they know we're here. Because I killed the omen.
Snipe, mess up, man.
Yeah, I don't like smokes. Your smokes could use some work as well.
I agree.
Do you know why I don't like this one?
Because it's not really blocking them off for everything. And if I had a dash only, that would be useful.
Yeah, it's just kind of like to the right, like it's just doing nothing. So like, and then this one I think you just actually misplace. But
yeah.
you can just swing the corner first. Like swing sight here before, because I feel like you want to throw it before you see anyone. But after you could swing, look for anyone, take a fight, and then if there's nobody, then throw the smoke and run out.
Sorry.
Okay, we're shooting it too fast again. Right.
Sorry.
This is pretty common. The only way you can really improve this is in the range. And really just treat it, pretend like whenever you have knives out, pretend that you're like one-tapping. Because there's no difference between one-tapping here and using knives. Whenever you one-tap, you don't spam it that fast. So, something to keep in mind. Here, what's a good play we could do? Looking at this screen.
I'm not actually sure. I guess maybe playoffs, Sky's alt.
Exactly.
So hold off a main, either it B or A, pop it, and then find out how many there are.
Exactly. How does that type of play happen though?
Or you need to commit with your team and
yeah. So
yeah.
So yeah, specifically B main or A main. Like I think you said it exactly perfect. So just say like, Sky, can we ult B main or Sky, can we ult A main? And then I'll follow your ult out and I'll entry. You don't have to say that much, but just be like, Sky, can we ult B main together? Because what are the odds this guy's gonna hold his ult for like 10 rounds? Who knows? So the least you could do is try it. Try to ask him.
I just hope something works. Really.
Okay, not much we could do about that. I'm gonna bother with that. Classic Sova.
What's the team? The team's gonna
Okay.
buy here.
So they have a lot of ults. Never mind. They're not gonna use them.
Last round. I do account for Sova's ult just because I got wallbang there. Like he might do the same thing again. Like he puts a recon and he might just ult.
Yeah. I just well, he doesn't have ult actually yet, but yeah, he could do that for sure. I'm here. I've finally realized that you don't really go up cat, and especially with like a stinger or some horrible weapon that you might have, like a shorty or whenever you're any round, doesn't matter. But walking up cat and going tree is just so underrated, and we can see that nobody really on your team has done that yet. You have gone cat, but you sat back here, so we want to see you just seeing how far, like what we're just back into the mindset of limit testing. What can I get away with because these people are so clueless? Where can I go to just get like a bunch of kills for free because nobody's watching it? Or because my aim's better, because I have more confidence. Again, the dash is activated too early. Like, really just rethink how you use your dashes entirely. I think we heard him on the right. Okay, I hate the stinger. You can blame the stinger for that one.
Oh. But I really should have killed the Raze there.
Yeah, I think we're moving a little bit.
Yeah.
Thing down for you.
I think at this point I was kind of getting frustrated because nothing was working.
Yeah, nothing's working,
And,
but notice what two areas of the map have we not really tried yet that I've said before are my favorite. Yeah, cat.
Catwalk.
So whenever you're frustrated like this, like, well, obviously some games are gonna be like this and there's just nothing you can do, but on the like those games are pretty rare. Like for there to be absolutely nothing you could do to get like at least one kill, those games are kind of rare. So here I wouldn't, it's fine to be frustrated, but just think like, have I gone cat? Have I tried everything that I, that exists on the map yet? Probably not. And also, whenever we push up, we haven't gone under door and into garden, or gone up cat and into garden. This is my favorite place to play. This is just a gold mine. Right here. So try to get there, because I promise you'll get a bunch of free kills. It probably just seems daunting to try to go there, or maybe you're just not in the right state of mind to think to go there for whatever reason. We like to go up here a lot too. It's just fine. Okay, I don't like the dash here.
I didn't check my left corner.
That's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but I don't like the dash to the right. Like, dash out this way or throw a smoke here, activate the dash, and just run out to the left. Your main objective here should be to hit the switch. And whenever you make that your main objective, you'll still have your dash active. So you can play around with the dash after you hit the switch, or you can just go under the door, and then again you're in this gold mine of an area. But here we're not toward the switch. We're kind of isolated. This is gonna work though. Because again, why? Because these guys are clueless. Just respect your enemy. Treat them like they're iron, or treat them like they're toddlers or something. And then sometimes you'll do something stupid and it will just not work. But a lot of the time in this rank, you'll do something like seemingly really stupid and aggressive, but you'll get rewarded for it a lot. And that's really just how you get to plat, to be honest. You can get spammed here, yeah.
On side.
Kind of crazy you can do that.
Headphone warning. I scream very loudly here.
Let's hear it.
Why is everyone Jen? Why is everyone Jen?
Actually, everyone died on Jin. Yeah, I don't know. You would think that someone would see the Sova jump down with an Odin like that. But, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
I've screamed just about as loud. Probably louder.
Careful, the Sova's... Oh.
Okay, that's probably gonna mean a push here. So if I'm you, I'm not gonna run away here. I'm gonna I'm gonna run to the left and hold this.
Sova's. Oh,
Because my whole team is blind. I don't want them to just die here. I'm gonna go over here and help them out. Oof.
Our spike carrier is killed.
Spike down B.
I got the
Grab a gun. Grab a gun.
reloading.
oh yeah, should have.
Blocking sight.
It's a pretty good smoke. Out of all the smokes you throw, that might be one of the better ones. But here we have to just look for a kill. There's not really much else you can do here except forcing fights. Because it's 2v4. This round's not gonna automatically be one for you. I don't like the updrafts you do here. I feel like I would just
expose myself.
kind of like peek this. Also, did you know the ADS with the bulldog? Do you know about it?
Nope.
Really?
Is it broken or something?
Yeah, it's actually I think most people would say that's much better than this, at least for like longer ranges. It's like a 3-round burst. Did you know that? It's like a 3 or 4-round burst or something.
Yeah, I know
And-
it's a burst, but I didn't know.
Yeah, for this range,
Okay.
this is gonna be much more effective for you.
Oh, I see. Should okay.
Bulldog's pretty good
Most
as well.
people.
Good.
So again, go walk up cat. If we're gonna wait for the nade, like why sit here and watch it like we're spectating or something? Let's go up cat and see what we can make happen in the meantime, or peek mid in the meantime, or I don't know, updraft over the nade, or I don't know, start B.
Also, like, wait for the boom bots.
Booty liquor 44.
Oh, Sova's here. No, let's rotate.
Yeah, that's a good
It's
call.
stuck there.
Good calm. Our team listening. 2 of them are listening. I
Reyna,
bet
come. Let's push B.
the Reyna and the Sky are gonna die.
One's behind you.
But the Reyna.
Alright, we're here.
Okay, so we're still doing the thing, right, where we just kind of spam the knives.
Hmm.
You see how, like, you have a lot of time here to work with, because whenever you... This updraft is very good, by the way. Out of all your updrafts, this is one of the better ones as well. Because this guy's trying to spray you with the Vandal, and whenever you do this, it's really hard for them to hit you. So here, we just need to micro-adjust just a little bit. And this is what the range is really, really useful for. This is a free kill, free gun.
100.
Very unfortunate, but... Yeah, if we kill her, then we can choose what to do after that, but... That's the game. So, not the best performance from you, but I think there's just a lot of potential that you're kind of missing out on in terms of how aggressive you can play on defense especially, but also on attack. Like, take advantage of on Ascent specifically of cat and then mid, and whenever you go cat, you know, people are not going to be watching all the time. If there's no trip, there's no chamber, then that's even better because there's probably no one there, and you can just walk up, flank them at A, walk into tree, catch them in spawn. Garden, or you can go mid, do the same thing, but also on other maps you might be missing parts of the map that you don't always push, right? Like, I don't know, but just kind of be aware of that in other maps. Like maybe there's certain areas that you're not taking full advantage of, because that more than likely is the case. Any questions?
For maps like Fracture, I don't. It's really hard for me to limit test sometimes, especially like if I'm holding, let's say B at the start of the round.
Yeah. Oh, are you
I
talking
don't
about defense?
understand, like, yeah, on defense. Like, how far can I go, or where exactly should I push up to?
So yeah, I think you have a bit of a problem when it comes to like rotating. Do you know what I'm gonna say about this? Because I kind of mentioned it a few times.
Die a few times through rotating and understand like how far you can go.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm thinking like use the information that you have. Like, sorry, think about how the enemies are playing, right? Think about, are they rotating? Are they pushing? Do I need to rotate, right? So on top of that, Fracture is a very unusual map. So if you're playing a B, and how do you play B? What do you do?
I'd either have an op and just hold like an angle through stairs or on main.
Yeah, so no, like, but let's say it's pistol round. What do you do?
Sheriff and hold main or arcade.
Okay, so I already know that you activate your dash instantly whenever you peek main. So
Yeah.
wait until you hear them and kind of just like jiggle it up until them, and then after you jiggle and you see some, activate your dash full swing and then go for a shot or two and then come back or something like that. That'd be a better way to play it. Or you can just hold it, and if there's nobody, what do you do there?
I would commit and then maybe start rotate.
Because like think about how many times on a pistol round, if there's nobody on a site, like what are the odds they're just sitting there hiding and waiting to come to that site? So you can really just on pistol rounds rotate like extra fast, and then again, like we said, limit test. So you can either like rotate ASAP whenever it's been like 4 or 5 seconds. So I'll straight away, like I'm very, very quick about this. I'll ask like I'm pretty sure they're A. Like if I'm playing B, I don't hear them for like after the first 3 seconds, they'll be like, I'm pretty sure they're A. Do you guys hear them? And I'll just already start rotating or start flanking, because you can flank too. Flanking is completely okay. To see what you can get away with, kind of limit test a little bit. Any questions about notes or anything I said?
I've seen like in some higher ranked games, like people would jump into an angle with an op, like they jump, like for example on what was it, A main on Ascent?
Yeah.
Like sometimes they just jump on, expose themselves, activate their dash, get a
Mhm.
kill, and then leave. Is that a good idea?
Yeah, I think that's effective.
Okay.
I just think that something we saw you do once is make sure you don't move while you're about to shoot. And I think you can practice that in deathmatch as well with an op. Just jump around like a frog. Yeah, I think that's actually a pretty effective strategy, just because as long as you have the dash to back you up, like think about it. If someone jumps out and they have an op, like regardless of what weapon they have, you're not really expecting that, and that's why it's good, because it's unpredictable. People don't really expect it. So if there's one thing you could take out of this session, it's respect your enemies less, because I think you might respect them a little bit too much. I think you're kind of overthinking things whenever it comes to specifically rotating. Like, don't double or triple question yourself, because you're probably smarter than all the other people in the game. So like, if you're just like, oh, are they coming back here? Are they sitting here? Are they blah blah? Like, just be very kind of binary in how you see things. Like, are they rotating or are they not? Or are they still here or are they not? Like, or what did they do last round? Did they rotate or did they not? And then use that to kind of base your assumptions or your decisions in the current round. So yeah, so obviously in the earlier rounds of the game, you can't know, because like you haven't played against these people. Maybe you have, but more than likely you haven't. Yeah, any other questions?
When using an op and they're attacking on an opposite side, when should you flank if you need to?
Can you say that again?
Like for example, I'm on bind, I'm holding B side, and they make sound on A. Is it better to flank with the op, or like with a teammate or something? Or would it be better to just play through spawn?
Definitely not better to rotate or to flank with an op. So you always really want to be rotating with the op. And typically, so retaking with the op is a very big pain. Like if your team's not getting kills, it's going to be kind of hard for you to, not always, like sometimes people will just peek you and you'll get free kills with it whenever you try to retake. But flanking with the op is really just going to be not good for you. Yeah. If you have knives, that might be a bit different, but then again, you kind of risk throwing the op away to the enemy's hands, and there's not much your team can do about it. But I do think flanking is something you could do a little more, just in general, like outside of using the op, maybe with knives, maybe with whatever weapon. Also, by the judge, by the way, that gun's, unless they nerfed it without me knowing, I'm pretty sure that gun's still broken. It's good that you buy the shorty. The judge is like, the shorty's a big brother.
Another question I have is I actually forgot my question. Give me a second.
You're good. Yeah, I would say unbind crouch straight away. Play more deathmatch. Focus on not spraying. Be patient. Take deep breaths whenever you're looking to get kills. Tap burst with a vandal. Find better ways to use your smoke. Don't activate the dash straight away, like I said a bunch.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. If I want to like practice using Jett, should I like spend more times in like in a custom match, just practicing entries or practicing playing off angles and trying to visualize a situation, or is it better to just play more games and then through it?
I think that there's a good balance. Like I don't think you're gonna hurt yourself at all by going into a custom every now and then. Like, you know, playing for hours in a custom game and thinking of every possible thing is not probably the best approach. I think the best approach is to spend the vast majority of your time in a comp game, because you learn mostly through experience, in general. So even though you can like learn a lot in custom games, just playing comp is probably going to be your best bet. But like for example, learning smokes in a custom game would be very good because you don't have to worry about wasting it, and you get that muscle memory down. You really kind of ask yourself like, what would the best place be for me to dash? That's great, but other than that, just grind out some comp games. But deathmatch is also just going to be the best place for you to practice and improve your mechanical skills.
Okay. I also have a problem with like energy levels when I play.
Mhm.
So I really get tired after playing just one comp game.
Mhm.
And I think it's mostly external factors like my diet and my exercise and stuff.
Okay.
I want to improve upon that. What would you recommend?
I would recommend you go to the gym. That'll be my recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what you think. If that's why you think you're getting tired, but the gym's probably the single thing, the highest thing for, or how am I gonna word this? The gym is probably the number one thing for me that has improved my quality of life, both physically and mentally. So, yeah, but also I feel like playing comp. I feel like those might not be the only factors. I feel like comp is just naturally a kind of mentally draining thing. So, but yeah, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about gym or?
I'm very lazy. I don't go to the gym much, but I'm trying to make it a habit.
Yeah, I would say start small. Like you could just go like one day or something, like one day
Yeah.
a week, literally, and then you'll be like, oh, this is kind of cool. It'll feel nice that one day, and then the rest of the days you'll be like, I don't feel as nice. So then you want to go like 2, 3, 4 days eventually. Yeah, I would just say start small. With
Okay.
that. Do you think that's the main reason why you feel tired?
Yeah, it's definitely because I also think it's just my like intake of food. I'm not eating enough probably,
Hmm. Are you
and
skinny?
I'm just relying. Nah, I'm obese. I'm very fat.
Okay. Yeah, gym would definitely be nice. Starting small is the best way for you though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Thank you for your session
yeah, of course.
and your time.
Yeah. If you have any other questions about gym, by the way, you can message me about that. I'm pretty avid about that. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any other questions?
No, I think that's about it.
Okay, thank you. Do you get my notes?
Yes, I got your notes.
Okay. I didn't list everything there, but this is also streamed, so you can just kind of,
Yeah, watch back anytime.
yeah. And you can DM me whenever. So, thanks for the session. I hope your Friday is good. Is it like
Yeah, it's been a good day.
9 p.m. there?
I think it's 9 p.m.
Okay. Well, I hope your night's good. And,
Mhm.
yep. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you for your time. Goodbye.
Yep, thank you as well. Bye-bye. Alright, thanks everyone. Bugging? What is bugging? I disconnected. Anyways, hi guys. Thanks for watching. Sorry I couldn't interact with you guys. I would love to interact with you guys while I'm streaming, but when I'm coaching and streaming, it's kind of hard. So you guys understand that. Hopefully it was a fruitful session anyway. Hopefully you guys kind of enjoyed it. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Oh, I just opened Osu.
Welcome to us.
Osu.
See you next time.
Alright, bye bye guys. Hope your Friday is great as well. Sheesh. We're playing some Terraria, that's what we're about to do. New update.